Over the last 5 years, an average beachfront area grew in value by much more than 100%, far exceeding Dubai's average growth. But there are so many of them: the Palm, GBR, Emaar Beachfront, La Mer, Dubai Islands, and that's just Dubai. There is another emirate nearby exploding in value, and it's not the one with the casino. So in this video I'll explain exactly what areas you should invest in based on your investor needs, and these needs will be categorized as followed: rapid value growth, saving money for grandkids, multiplying the investment in 10-15 years, making $100 million in 5 years, and outplaying everyone by going against the hype, starting with an area that's best for rapid growth. This is Dubai Islands, and there are two big reasons why it's about to grow so quickly. First, prices are low compared to all other beachfront properties in Dubai, and now they're the lowest they'll ever be, because good projects are selling out quickly, and new ones are launching at higher prices. And the gap that currently exists between Dubai Islands and other beachfront areas in Dubai is slowly shrinking. Just a little bit later in this video I'll share a couple of investment options that are well priced and leave a big room for value appreciation. The second reason is that the master plan of the area is really well thought through and has several key strengths. The first strength is the 21-kilometer open water beach. And just to make it clear, the islands are in the real sea. I'm saying that because many agents on the market are trying to persuade potential customers to invest in waterfront properties. But this water is artificial lagoons, meaning a nicely done swimming pool with sand. Obviously, those properties will not perform as well as those that are located near the real sea. Also, there are some areas near the natural water, but they don't have beach access, which in most cases means that it won't be attractive for tourists. For example, nearby Rashid yachts and marinas will likely be a great community for residents, because it's something Emaar is exceptional at. But there will be no beach. The second is that Dubai Islands is built like a bay, with a canal just here. Practically, this means good water circulation, and this is important with artificial islands. Look at Palm Jumeirah. It only has a few points where the water can flow in and out, so the water is a bit stagnant. And the third quality is the amenities. Because the beach is great, but not enough. And we know this because there is an area in Dubai with a great beach, but there is nothing else to do there, and it's not performing great. So all these amenities should be first planned by a master developer and second created by businesses. And here both things are in place. If you look at the master plan for this community, you'll see a huge shopping mall, a golf course, and 86 hotels. The shopping mall is going back to construction after a pause. The contractor who'll build the golf course has been selected, and big hotel chains are already securing the plots for their resorts here. Like Rix's, arguably the main strength is having these many hotels. That's because they bring with them spas, water parks, entertainment facilities, and dining options. And fourth, there is a big development plan that will make the place even more attractive for tourists. Dubai Reef. Dubai is building the world's largest artificial reef. Construction began in 2024 and it's planned to be completed by 2027. We don't know if this deadline will be met, but that's the current plan. And because Phase 1 began near Dubai Islands, it'll benefit the most. Now I want to talk about the important difference between the islands. There are two islands in this community that are available for investment now: A and B. They have different positioning and will attract different types of renters and buyers. Island A is the main area. This is where the shopping mall, yacht marinas, and a big public beach will be. So this is the concentration of things that will attract mass tourists. But even though Island B won't have all these things, it will have a stronger appeal to a different group. First, because of population density. It's 3.2 square kilometers, around 2/3 of the size of Island A. But where Island B will have 6.3 thousand units, Island A will have 31,000. So even though Island A isn't much bigger, it will have 5 times the amount of units. This is critical for residents. Second, exclusivity. It's not officially confirmed, but it's likely that Island B will be gated. This means a residents-only community with security at the entrance. So there will be much more privacy, which is again appealing to residents and tourists who are looking for a calm atmosphere. So this difference in positioning also gets reflected in properties and their prices. And now let me show you two options on different islands. The first one is affordable, and the second is more exclusive. Both are priced significantly cheaper than alternatives in mature areas. The first project is on Island A. There is one big benefit to buying here instead of Island B. Prices are cheaper. It's called Wynwood Residence. It will be located at this spot, so it's not the first beach row, though it's just 20 minutes walking distance away. The developer is Imtiaz, their build quality is good, and the important feature is that their units are fully designed and fully furnished, come with Miele kitchen appliances and Alexa home smart system. The price per square foot starts from $550. Prices are on your screen, and these are the lowest you can pay for a level of property like this in any beachfront area in Dubai. Handover is expected for the third quarter of 2027. And now let's discuss a project on Island B and take Shark Residences as an example. Shark will have just 78 units and private beach access. It's difficult to find an exact comparison in Dubai, and right now the closest is Ellington Beach House on Palm Jumeirah. Yeah, it's a completely different area, much more matured and hyped. But if you want an apartment in a boutique building with a private beach, there are not many options available. Their apartments are priced at $1.3 to $1.6 per square foot. This is around 40–50% more expensive than Shark, which starts at around $900 per square foot. Right now, one bed's average $650,000. 2 beds are $1.2 million, 3 beds are $2.3 million, and a beachfront townhouse costs $4.9 million. Because this project is so exclusive, it was almost fully sold really quickly, and there aren't many units left. But there is a similar, equally premium project that's about to launch very soon. We cannot share the details publicly just yet. But if you want to be the first one to know, send us a message and we'll update you as soon as we're allowed to share more. For those who don't know, we're a real estate advisory and brokerage firm, and we help affluent and high net worth individuals invest in the UAE properties. We help investors through the entire process and handle everything end to end. First, we create personalized property selection based on your investment goals and your criteria. Second, we help you prioritize based on numbers and data. Third, we help you secure the best possible unit. And fourth, we rent out or resell it for you after the completion. So if you need a team that will have your back and always shares the full honest picture, then scan the QR code, click the link below the video, or message us on WhatsApp to book a free consultation with us. Speaking of full honest picture, let me tell you something else about Dubai Islands. Here are 3 things some investors and even some brokers criticize about the area. The first is that Dubai Islands is near Deira, and it's not the sexiest part of Dubai. But if you drive from downtown, you won't pass through Deira at all. And while the beaches can be crowded with people from Deira, if you buy a property with a private beach, this won't be a problem. The second is the heavy traffic, and it's true, there are traffic jams, especially during peak hours. But there is a plan to fix it. A new bridge is being built near Maritime City, right where the heaviest traffic is. So the issue is likely to be solved soon. Third is airplane noise. Island B is further away, so there are no planes flying above it. But for Island A, this is more of a concern. I've been there and we brought our clients to show the area. There is airplane noise. It's not as crazy as some are positioning it. Plans to shut down the DXB airport and move all the operations to Al Maktoum were announced long ago, but still many didn't believe that such a big airport will cease the operations completely. And recently, the CEO of the DXB airport confirmed the airport will be fully shut down in the future, but this is part of a long-term plan. Before it happens, Al Maktoum should be big enough to take over all the flights, so we don't expect it to happen in the next 5 years for sure. And fourth reason for criticism is how far away it's from everything. Now it's around 45 minutes to get downtown during rush hour, but this is before the bridge in Maritime City opens, and with lighter traffic, it's only 25 minutes. This is the exact same amount of travel time it takes from our next area we'll discuss now. It's one of the safest places to make a large investment in the whole city, because this area is one of the most iconic locations in Dubai. By investing in some properties here, you can literally save money for your grandkids. It's Palm Jumeirah, and yes, it's a mature area, meaning no crazy fast growth in the future, and the Dubai Islands we've just discussed will appreciate faster. But in just a minute I'll explain the investment rationale behind the Palm. Let me first really quickly mention the key features for those who are not really familiar with Dubai. Palm Jumeirah is a huge man-made island, has around 30 hotels, more than 200 restaurants, some Michelin starred, a big water park, and the largest spa complex in the Middle East. And of course the beachfront. All these features combined mean one thing: luxury living. It's a high-end area. For ready properties, including quite old ones, apartments cost around $700 per square foot, and villas are around $1,200. And new off-plan properties average $1,200 for apartments and $1,900 for villas. And so many of the properties here are ultra high-end villas, which aren't designed for high rental yields, by the way. So why would you invest here if there aren't many big changes happening? First, because it's still growing faster than the market. On your screen is Palm Jumeirah's growth since 2020. It grew by 147% for apartments and 260% for villas. This is significantly faster than the Dubai market average. And I'm not showing you these numbers to predict future growth. especially because this includes the post-COVID recovery. The point is, the whole market was rapidly growing at this time, but this place was growing faster than the rest of the city. And that's because there aren't many places in the world that are like Palm Jumeirah. It's a very high-status, hyped-up place in Dubai. And the second reason to invest is that the really strong investment opportunities are in its unique properties. And these properties are aligned with the status of the area. For example, the Royal Atlantis. It's a luxury residential and resort development. It has one of the most hyped rooftop pools in Dubai, Michelin-starred restaurants, fully serviced units, and views of the Arabian Gulf and Dubai skyline. The architecture is unique. Beyoncé was singing here at the opening party. Sting was performing during New Year's. This place is iconic for Dubai. Since 2020, prices here grew by 120% on average, and there are exclusive units that showed a much stronger appreciation, but they are just not listed because the owners are not selling. And here's another project, one at Palm Jumeirah by Omniyat. It has only 94 apartments with large terraces, private elevators, a spa, cinema, a private marina, and beachfront access. Since the handover, it's grown by 76%. So if you want to play longer term and to play safe, here's an investment opportunity on the Palm. There are more, and a couple of them are going to be really big, but they haven't been publicly announced yet. So, Omniyat is developing Ella Residences. The building will be right on the eastern crescent of Palm Jumeirah. Because of its location, residents get over 250 meters of private beachfront and views of the Persian Gulf, Burj Khalifa, and Burj Al Arab. There are only 60 luxury residences and 3 super penthouses. Every unit has a large terrace and private pools, and the amenities are aligned with the status of the building. There are over 2,000 square meters of spa and wellness spaces. For the units available, the prices start at $5 million for a 2-bedroom, $8 million for a 3-bedroom, and $16 million for a 4-bed. But for long-term thinkers, there is one more community. Palm Jumeirah Ali, and it's for the investors thinking 10 to 15 years ahead, because it's not just under development like Dubai Islands. There's almost no projects launched there so far, no apartments at all, just a few villa clusters. And around this place there is absolutely nothing built. Look at the map, here will be a canal and this whole place should be similar to Dubai Marina. But clearly they have a lot of work to do. When it's completed, it's planned to be premium in every way, like Palm Jumeirah, but there are some upgrades that set it apart, and the first and most obvious difference here is the size. This area is 13.4 million square meters, more than twice as big as Palm Jumeirah, which is 5.7 million. Here there will be wider roads, bigger plots, and more greenery, and even bigger beaches. The second is traffic. Palm Jumeirah is crazy busy during rush hours. Palm Jumeirah Ali is planned so it doesn't have the same problem. In fact, the whole layout is designed for better traffic flow with multiple entry points. It'll be connected directly to Sheikh Zayed Road, so it's easy to get to the rest of Dubai, and it's 20 minutes from the Al Maktoum airport. Third is the better water circulation. As I mentioned before, Palm Jumeirah's water can get stagnant. Palm Jumeirah Ali has a wider spacing between the fronts, 6 sea gates, and more open layout, so there'll be stronger currents and a better water quality. Let me walk you through the master plan and show you what they're planning to do where. There are the fronts, which are for luxury beachfront villas with private sea access. There are pocket parks throughout each front. The trunk will have all the restaurants, shops, and beach clubs. The spine has a focus on health and relaxation. There'll be a lot of green space and resort-style homes there. And then there are crescents. These surround the island and include walking areas and beautiful views. So let's take a look at the pricing. Prices start from around $780 per square foot, and these were the off-plan prices for the villas on Frank K. 5 and 6 bedroom villas averaged around $6 million. 7 bedroom villas were $11.3 million. Considering the quality of the area and exclusivity of these villas, the price per square foot is quite attractive. For example, for a ready and rather old 5-bedroom villa on Palm Jumeirah with the same area, you have to pay $1.5 million more. Now the next area is a place where you could make $100 million in just 5 years. Let me explain how. This next area is Azora Bay in La Mer, and it's only for a small percentage of investors. I'll tell about it first, but the next opportunity we'll share has a much lower entry ticket, so don't click away. Dubai has a unique problem. Every year, more and more high-net-worth individuals are coming to Dubai. There is currently 20 billionaires in the city, and they are looking for exceptional houses that fit their standards. But there is not actually very many. Also, they often leave for summer, so there is a high demand for serviced houses. And finally, if they want to live by the beach, and according to research 84% of them do, there is almost no properties left. So there is a couple of options this group of buyers will go for. There is Mars Al Arab, A luxury villa here is around 82 million US dollars, or $5,300 per square foot, but a villa here is around 15.6 thousand square feet, much smaller than what a luxury buyer is used to, and this is the biggest variant in the area. There is Jumeirah Bay Island. One property sold here just broke the record as the most expensive home ever sold in Dubai. It was an 89.9 million US dollars, a 6-bedroom villa at roughly 3.3 thousand US dollars per square foot for 27,000 square feet. It ticks pretty much all the boxes of the target buyer group and is conveniently located near the AFC, where the head offices of financial institutions are. But in Asoro Bay you could pay the same amount for a mansion that would be 2 times bigger. A villa here averages $2.1 thousand per square foot, more than 2 times lower than Mars Al Arab, 1.5 times lower than Jumeirah Bay. It's in the beachfront location, fully serviced by the Jumeirah Hotel brand, even closer to the AFC than Jumeirah Bay, and there are only 6 villas like that. The total price is 95 million US dollars, pretty much the same as the property we told you about in Jumeirah Bay, but the area of the mansion is 45,000 square feet, 1.7 times more. There is no other property like that in Dubai, and most likely there will never be. That's for ultra high net worth buyers only, so we intentionally made this section brief. And now let's go to the last waterfront area that's very different to the others we've covered in this video. It's not one of the hyped up areas in Dubai. Actually, it's not in Dubai at all. It's Al Hudayriyat Island in Abu Dhabi, and it's the best area for outplaying everyone by going against the hype. Here the off-plan prices are some of the best waterfront properties in the UAE. It's a massive island and it's being developed by a government-based company called Mudon. It's only 15 minutes from the Abu Dhabi city center, and it will be full of outdoor amenities, including a beach of course, a big park, a marina promenade, and plenty of cafes, restaurants and retail outlets. There are 2 projects investors should pay attention to here. One is more luxurious, called Nawayef Villas, and the other is simpler but still great, called Al Nasim Villas. First, Nawayef Villas. This community is tiered, so every home has a water views, because the villas are built on a hill. Their architecture is customizable, so you can choose how it will look like before it gets built. Handover is expected in the 3rd quarter of 2027, and currently villas here are priced at around $545 per square foot. The payment plan is 40-60, meaning only 40% are paid during construction, and the remaining 60% can be mortgaged. And the second project is Al Nasim Villas. It will be completed around the same time as Nawayef, and it has access to the same high-end amenities, but they are more affordable. For a 5-bedroom villa, the average is $300 per square foot. To give you an idea of how low these prices are, let's do a direct comparison with Dubai. For the same price per square foot of $300, you can buy a Natura townhouse in Damak Hills 2 in Dubai. A townhouse in Damak Hills 2. Very distant, very simple area, no beach of course. Let's look at more premium areas with better quality villas like Amar Oasis. It's not beachfront, but the villas have a quite big area for Dubai and the community is expected to be great. The average price per square foot is $630. That's more expensive than Nawayef, and the payment plan is 80-20, meaning you pay 80% during construction, 2 times more compared to the Mudon villas in Abu Dhabi. And finally, we look at the off-plan villas in the most affordable Dubai beachfront area, Nahil's Bay Grove Villas on Dubai Islands. Prices start at $640 per square foot for no water view, and for a view it goes up to $980 per square foot. So the prices are a lot more affordable than similar properties in Dubai. But is Abu Dhabi's market worth it? Just this year, villa prices in Abu Dhabi's residential market grew by 9.7%, and rents rose by 9% year-on-year. And now the interesting part. Supply-demand analysis. Abu Dhabi plans to build 39,000 new homes over the next 3 years. At the same time, the expected increase in number of residents is 300,000 people during that period. If we divide 39,000 new homes by 300,000 new residents, we get just 0.13 new homes per person. In other words, for every 100 new people, only about 13 new homes will be built. In comparison, Dubai is planning to build 320,000 new homes over the next 5 years. Based on current trends, the population is expected to grow by around 1 million people in that time. That's 0.3 new homes per person, more than double Abu Dhabi's rate, and the Abu Dhabi government aims to double the number of tourists by 2030. To encourage tourism, they've built the Louvre, and you've probably heard about Disneyland, which will be the first Disney park in the Middle East. They're also bringing UFC fights, NBA, Formula 1 and other global sporting events there too, and they're making it easier for tourists to enter or stay longer, so they'll be looking for short-term rentals. But we can't talk about Abu Dhabi without highlighting one important risk – low liquidity. The transaction rates here are lower than in Dubai. In 2024, 6.9% of Dubai's residential units were involved in sales, meaning if you take all the ready property sales completed in the city and divide it by the total number of units, it's around 7%, but that number was only 1.4% in Abu Dhabi, so it basically means lower liquidity. If you need to sell fast, it will be harder to do, because in general the demand for Abu Dhabi properties is lower compared to Dubai. But if liquidity is not your main criteria, that's a great opportunity. And if you're interested in this or any other area, get in touch with us. We'll walk you through all the areas and we'll help you figure out which one is the best in your particular case. However, if you're thinking that probably beachfront areas are not for you and you're interested in something that will be great for renting out, check out this video.